All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Nana, episode 29.
All
Love
right.
is in the air.
And
Takumi is out.
And Takumi is out of here.
He is out of here, and he might not even realize that he's been broken up with.
He knows something's up.
He knows something's up. It's like, wait,
Yeah.
is she mad or something? Meanwhile, Nana and Nobuo. Yes. You guys are adorable. It won't last forever.
No,
But it will be very
nothing lasts
wonderful
forever.
and helpful for the both of you.
nothing lasts forever. But will it last 5 episodes, Jacob?
Oh, it'll definitely last 5 episodes.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I don't think it'll last much longer than 5 episodes.
I think no. Okay. If it lasts around that amount of time, it's gonna be the.
Okay, do you
they
think
did
it'll
for a
last
while.
10 episodes?
I think it could.
Wow.
I think it could. I think that we've
Wow.
actually kind of stumbled into like the next meta like relationship, you know, and yeah, Nana's gonna be
this'll-
happy for a good while.
This will climb the ladder ranks. Okay,
Yep.
okay. So if this climbs the ladder ranks, I think the best thing we could get out of it, personally, is just their band blast just goes on fire. Like they're just fired up.
Oh
They're-
yeah,
they're-
our boy is going to be so inspired. He will be like writing all the songs. The only problem will be that then Nana O's gonna be like, "Hey, Nobu, I mean, you know, your lyrics, you're just writing so much. It's great, but like, this is a bit too sappy for like our
it's
style."
it's a bit too on the nose. You need to do other styles.
yeah,
too,
exactly.
you know, like we need to diversify.
Try and put some more angst in there, you know.
Or
something
just
like that.
just tap into other people's feelings, you know, like, you know, not just yours, you know.
Right.
I would love for there to be a positive spin on the whole Nana has relationship or Hachi has relationship issues in general.
Right.
That would be wonderful. But given that the fact that it wasn't clear necessarily, entirely, and totally of a breakup with Takumi, I think there's going to be some drama.
Oh yes.
And that could kill the relationship early.
It's gonna be fine.
I hope
It's
so.
gonna be fine.
I hope so.
Smooth sailing
Yeah.
from here on out. Well, for a good long time.
Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
日に焼けた壁にポスターの跡は消えなかった。
Yeah.
The blank space.
Because it's not there anymore.
ノブって一人っ子なの？
Oh, the intermingled feet.
何せでっかい旅館の跡取り息子だもんね。どれくらいでっかいの？
この頭がうれ
でもブラストのデビューが正式に決まったら絶対ご両親も大喜びして許してくれるよ。そのためにも頑張らなきゃ。
ハチのためにも頑張る。
ハチって呼ばない
でもナナって呼ぶとどうしてもあの猫目の女王様の顔が
猫
高一の時からずっとそう呼んでるから。
目。ねえ、ナナってどんな高校生だったの？
ああ、なんか笑わないし喋らないし目つき悪いし完全に孤立してた。
嘘。当然学校の人気者だったのかと。
No way. You kidding me?
何考えてるかわかんない感じでみんな怖がって近寄らなかったんだ。でも友達一人もいないのなんか寂しいに決まってるじゃん。
Yep.
得意のマシンガントークを浴びせてみたんだけどまるっきり無視され、もうこっちが寂しいったら言葉でコミュニケーションが取れないなら音楽だと音楽バカの少年信夫は思い CD を貸したんだ。無理やり。
Made her. Yeah. 10 of them.
Oh boy.
「まるで恋が実ったかのように」
っていうかそれ恋してたとしか思えないよ。
Yeah.
ちょびっとそうかも。
Yeah.
昔の話じゃねえか。それにいざ友達になってみたら全然
Yeah, yeah.
見られない自分に気づいたし、でなきゃ俺がナナにレンを紹介するわけねえだろ。
ノブが引き合わせ。
Do you introduce them?
ナナは誰の手にも負えないほど歪んでてヤバい感じだったし、レンなら何とかしてくれるんじゃねえかって思ったんだよね。
Ren was so fucking cool.
Yeah. The jacket and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But they were still able to connect because they were similar, though.
Exactly.
That's still something there. Protect each other. Right. Right. Cool, cool.
おはよう。こっち帰ってたんだ。レンは？今仕事忙しくてほとんど家にいないからね。
There, her
Tell
face.
me everything.
匠以外の誰といたの？みさとちゃんは？まだ寝てるよ。ちゃんと説明しなきゃ。でもどう言えば理解してくれるかな。匠とは別れた直後だし、本当は微妙に被ってるし。
Nana-O is enjoying this way too much.
私バイトあるから着替えて早く行かなきゃ。あ、そうだ。昨日ノブのバイト先の場所分かった？ありがとう。ちょっと急ぎの用があって。気が合うでしょ、あんたたち。
Yeah, she's like, I
Yeah.
support you. Yeah.
薄いでまっすぐだから、あんたと同じ価値観で話せるでしょ。まあ周りからすると、キャンキャンうるさい小型犬同士で、ちょっとうざいけどな。
You're similar. Yeah.
ってくれないはずないよ。
友達一人もいないのなんか寂しいに決まってるじゃん。
だってナナはきっと私よりノブのいいところをたくさん知ってるから。ナナ。
I know.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And the music comes in right then, yeah.
Yep.
Ah, yes, your Neko princess.
Wow.
She found another one.
なんだけど。
ナナとノブが
もうラップラブ。
Lovey-dovey.
ヤスがいいんじゃなかったっけ？
相手にしてもらえなかったんじゃない？
でもそれならそうと。
Yeah, they're so out of date.
Yeah, they're like so behind on everything.
隠してたのは別の男だと思うよ。絶対痛い目に遭ってたんだって。どっちにしても元彼の一件で相当落ちてたわけだし、そんな中ノブに優しくされてついついほだされちゃったんじゃないの？
なんてとっくに思い出しもしない感じだったけどな。
まあね、所詮ナナにとって元彼はその程度のか。
元彼よりいい男はいくらでもいるってことか。
あ、元彼さん、ジャクソンバーガーお待たせ。
元彼
I wasn't sure whether they were talking about Soji or
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
mysterious other guy.
Right. Right. To save money, yeah. Oh. Right.
Wow.
And she ate way more than you.
すいません。
Yeah. Right.
そんなラブラブの彼氏ができたなら
And he just passes it all along.
出すように言っといてよ。新カレー見てみたいし。
来たことないノブ。この近所に住んでるはずなんだけど。
He might not know about the place. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, I've got other
Yep.
things.
だって来たことないでしょ。
教祖様？
ナナの同居に。
Yep.
Right.
ああ、かっこいいの？新カレー。
別に普通。
Not really. He's normal. Yeah.
変わったようにかっこよくなる不思議な男だよ。
確かにそうだね。普段は元彼並みにしょうもないんだ。
Oh my god, they are savage.
キャラ被ってないか？
Yeah, very similar.
そうか？
Yes.
俺の中では相当キザな男だぞ、新カレーは。
You don't even know him.
なんでもでっかい旅館の跡取りという地位を捨て、夢を追って上京してきて、それだけでも十分なありそうなところに。
In a weird way, yeah.
And yet that had nothing to do with it.
俺はギターさえ弾ければ幸せなんだ。お前の歌で。
Whoa. Damn. Kyosuke giving the direct, like, stab
Yeah.
wounds, though. As far as Nana's concerned, yeah, looks at. What do I think? Yeah.
Wait, she actually called him Shoji.
Yeah. Yep. See, I'm a wonderful customer.
ジャクソン言ってたんだ。ありがとう。
ごめんね。ビトンのバッグじゃなくて、どうせ俺はダメな男だ。
ジャクソンバーガーの方が嬉しいよ。私的には。
That was funny.
いいんじゃない？あれくらいのお仕置きは。
We had to.
Okay.
少女は立場上寂しいとは口が裂けても言わないだろうけど、寂しくはあるだろうな。
勝手だね男って。ま、全然寂しくないって思われても腹立たしいけどさ。
Junko looks good with her hair down.
幸子のことをより好きになっちまっただけで。
でもそれもさ、ナナより幸子のがより少女を好きだったからって気がしない？
そうか？
ナナのは一方的すぎて伝わりにくいのよ。
ああ。
Could have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is true.
These two. Yep.
I mean, yes. Oh.
That would be great. Imagine that.
お前は泣いてすがりついてくれるわけ？
なぶり殺す。
Yes.
安心したよ、純子。愛情表現の問題なんだろう。
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
こちらはコールセンターです。あなたの番号を通知しておかけ直しください。
いきなり非通知拒否設定にするその心は。
匠なんか大嫌い。リレー大ニュースだ。ノブオとハチコができたんだ。
二股か。やるじゃねえか、ハチコ。
Way to go!
ハチコが二股なんかするわけねえじゃん。
Yeah, no,
匠
she would
とは
not be
別れ
able
たんだ
to.
ろ。
そうなの？まあ、振られて当然だな、あの男は。やることしか頭にねえからな。
Yeah, you're the same. Like,
チコ、お前ら切れたんじゃねえの？別に。あいつが勝手に切れてるだけだよ。
Oh boy.
oh boy.
才のやつらまだ遅いんだよ。なんだ。
匠、
Wait.
10分前らしい。
Bro. Yeah, he's like, ugh.
Yeah.
No boy.
Breakups do not have to be mutual.
エロ漫画読むなよ。
たまたまそういうシーンだっただけだよ。
ハチコじゃ物足りねえか。
いえいえ、物足りないどころか。
Oh.
すげえなあいつ。
the saliva.
しかしよかったなノブオ。ハチコを物にできて。
感謝してますとも。
ん？
お前が何気に俺を応援してくれてたことは分かってるよ。
I mean, yeah, kinda.
うざ。別にあんたのためじゃん。
You know, it's more for her sake. Yeah.
私はあんたを利用したんだ。
匠へのリベンジとか？
違うって。
じゃあ何？
ハチ公を自分の庭で放し飼いにするため。
Huh. That's actually... Damn.
Yeah.
Why'd you need to do that, Nanao?
やっぱり人は本質的には変わんないもんなのか。今でも十分
She's honest.
のおかげですっかり丸くなったと思ってたんだけどな。
でもナナさんの所有欲の強さってレンに対してもちょっと異常じゃない？首に軟禁状かけたり。
でもそれはあいつシドのファンだから真似してただけで深い意味は。
No, there's always double meanings to things.
Yeah.
ダニレンの名前にちなんだタトゥー彫るくらいだし、いくら好きな相手でもそこまでされたらなんか怖くない？それを喜んで受け入れて、別れて2年も経つのに執着し続けてきた。
Because he's kind of the same.
とも僕が歪んでるのかな。稽古かやだな。この人すっごいエスなんだよね。
すっごいエスって。
今夜は戻らないからまたハチに来てもらったら。僕はノブさんとハチが結ばれた。
There you go.
つながれたんだよね。まあ早速やってはいるけど、それは愛し合ってれば当然だし、つながれるんでしょ、愛で。
知りたきゃ自分で確かめろよ。
僕には無理だよ。
Is there a lawyer?
Or the dad.
Yeah, I think it's dad, yeah. Whoa. Damn.
Okay. It's a real piece of work.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Gotcha. That is a very important detail.
Yeah. Shit. Shit.
Tried with all your heart. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go.
Painting is fun, yeah. That's because you took out all the furniture.
No, that's called turning over a new leaf.
Right.
Nah. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
This was fun.
Yeah,
So,
we got a couple things to talk
we
about.
got a few things. So
Yeah.
I think the
Junko and Kyosuke
Junko and Kyosuke.
were wonderful.
That was wonderful.
Yes.
It was like
It's been a while since we've had some good, solid time with them where they
Yep.
weren't fucking up. So this
Exactly.
is great to just have them
Yeah.
being their typical selves, where they're not perfect. They're roasting shoji.
Oh, yeah.
And you know they're not the most like kind people, but they're absolutely some wonderful people.
We absolutely
All
love
things
them.
all things being said with their flaws and
right.
stuff.
And as far as a reason to then have them be brought back
Brought
into
back
the
into the
story,
story, yes.
having it be the kind of thing of the, hey, we're going to remind the audience of the exact stakes and history that Nana has.
And
so that-
also kind of catch up with the people that were behind on that whole thing
Yep.
by having Nobuo and Hachi go visit their art gallery.
Right, exactly.
So cool little convenient thing there to set
Oh,
it
yeah.
up, and then have a lot of commentary with Shoji sitting in on half
God,
of it. You know,
I love that they call him the X. Like, because I was fully thinking that they're just using it as the placeholder for Takumi since they don't know who it was, right?
Right.
But no,
No.
they're talking about Shoji, which is great because Shoji, you were a
They
piece
never
of
even
shit.
knew Takumi.
So
Yeah.
exactly, and so they're going to give you shit for that, right? Like, because of course they are.
you bungled it.
You bungled it.
Yep.
But then also with what you were saying of like, oh, the ways that it could like be short term and not go well. this felt like they were very much just laying out all the things of being like, hey, you know, X that she has a lot of history with might still have some feelings for her. And we're bringing that up specifically once this relationship starts.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, then we're also going to have them in bed together talking about things, right?
Well, that are really Nana's like characteristics that would make her be ready or not ready or excited or, you know, what have you.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All the things that could theoretically cause problems. And then, also on top of that, we're going to show Nana and Nobu in bed. And, hey, it just turns into Nobu talking about Nana a lot, which at the beginning, Nana, or Hachi is like totally fine with, because it's like, yeah, she's close to Nana and all that stuff. But then it's like wait, did you like her? And it's like, well, yeah, but like it was a long time ago.
In high school, yeah.
Yeah, in high school, right? But the thing is,
we started a band together. Of course,
exactly.
I liked her a little bit. At the
Right,
exactly.
exactly.
But then we became friends, and I realized, nah, I'm not into her.
Right, but like establishing remember Hachi's past with getting cheated on? Oh, and now she's in a new relationship, and this person has like, you know, previous feelings for someone that she's really close to.
Sure.
You know, it's like, all these ways in which like, oh man, they're making sure
they're setting up the reminder that yes, this is the show Nana, where relationships don't have vanilla flavors. They only have spice flavors.
Right, exactly.
Which means that even in the most vanilla of Nana just found a friend to be in a relationship with, basically. Someone that's kind of you know, a flavor of her, basically.
Yeah.
It's kind of having the fun catharsis, and that she gets to, in some ways, have all of her problems get thrown to the side for a bit.
Yep.
And kind of get ignored so that she can have some happiness, which I'm all for that.
Yeah.
That's great. You don't have to face your problems all the time.
Nope.
But it's important to face the problems directly when you go to resolve them. Now, the fun thing of her getting that conflated with you were saying at the end of the episode, kind of turning over a new leaf, I think is fun, because I think Nana, or Hachi in this case, should really understand the difference between those two. And it is important to take time to understand what the difference is between those two.
If you don't understand the difference between those two, then you can get basically bogged down in the like self-identity with your, like identifying yourself with your problems, you know? And then it's like, oh, that's what's familiar. And so then you start to start to think that something might be off if you don't have that, right? Because not because you like consciously want that, but it's because just something this is different, you know?
Right.
And so you worry if you're doing everything right.
All right, there's an element of routine that is dangerous in that if you have pain, if you have a stress point or something like that, and then your routine suddenly just doesn't have that, you go, panic, anxiety, what is wrong with me? And it's like, no, nothing's wrong with you. You're just in a different place. That's what moving on is like.
Right.
Like, that's why painting is such a perfect example of this, because it's no, you literally didn't, like, move anywhere. You just are changing the decor of your room. It's like, you're not the room, Hachi. You're not the paint on the room. This is actually why, in some ways, I probably am one of those weirdos that I don't really hang too much on my room specifically, because I don't need things out there to identify with to go and ground me and be like, that's who I am. Or to have like automatic, like when people come in and go, who are you? They look on the things on the wall and go, that's who they are.
Well, right.
No, come to me and we'll
exactly.
connect on that.
And that's why, like, it makes a lot more sense for that to be part of almost like the teenage, you know, transition phase, right?
Where absolutely.
You're figuring out who you are.
I did have a bunch of stuff in my teen years on the wall,
And so did Nana. And hey, Nana, you're growing up, right? So yeah, you're not going to have the band poster there anymore. The fact that specific band poster has a bit more associated connection for
emotion
you,
and all that,
right? Yeah, exactly. Sure, but that doesn't mean that you getting rid of it is some kind of a bad thing or a dishonest thing or whatever.
Poster.
Yeah. Like, you know, put up a much smaller art piece of Junko or Kyosuke's maybe, you know, right? Like, there you go.
Yeah. There's a fun element that bleeds nicely into the Nana line, because the idea to run free in her garden has it has interpretations.
Yes.
I think the thing that is most clear, though, is that Nana had a form of jealousy, I would say, with the trap nest band taking away people that she loved.
Absolutely.
And thus, she feels that this band is her band. And there's a little bit of like my band versus our band that I'm a little bit about.
Sure. Yeah.
But the idea that she didn't go explicitly into the my band, she's saying my garden, I think that's her also deftly avoiding any kind of confrontation stuff with Nobu by being like, this isn't about the bands. This is actually about me.
Right.
I need Nana, or Hachi in this case, in my life.
Yep. Which is...
And I think that if she was with Takumi, or she was potentially in another way still obsessed with Trap Nest,
Sure.
she might leave my garden.
Yeah. And it's something where, like, if there wasn't so much emphasis on need, if that was just more like a casually thrown in there
desire.
choice of words. Yeah, exactly. Right. Because when you get to the idea of literal, like, need, right? Not saying that metaphorically or whatever.
Right.
You're talking like a dependency, right? Which can then be problematic. And Nana is fully acting in that, like, acknowledgement that it is a dependency, right?
Right. Any kind of relationship will have dependency. It's just the question of what are you primarily operating in? Are you primarily operating in independency, interdependency, or dependency?
Right. Leaning on people.
All
is
three
not
of those are
a problem.
all three of those are at play. You
Yeah.
cannot have a situation because you can't mathematically quantify this. But so I'm kind of automatically right here. But
Sure.
But basically by saying the relationships will have some measure of independency, dependency, and interdependency. You just want to move gradually, constantly towards interdependency.
Exactly. And so the reason, like, you know, if she had just said casually, I need Nana in my life, right? Like, or not casually.
That's
maybe
effectively
more
what
vulnerably.
she said.
That's effectively what she said. But
She
there
was
was a
honest to the point of I am going to let myself look a little bit scary here.
well, right, because it was a there was a level of basically fear there that totally makes sense for, you know,
Right.
all the stuff that she's been through.
Don't fuck this up, Nobuo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And
It's not a threat, but it is threatening.
yes. And
Yeah.
and that's something where now, like, there are all of these conflict points that are being set up where it's like, hey, you know, he's not trying to take Nana away from you, right? And the idea that you say, you know, I just wanted Nana Hachi to run free.
Just use Hachi.
Hachi to run free in my garden. That's kind of like an inherent contradiction, right?
Yep.
Because you're saying I want her to run free, but only in my garden, right? Like, you know.
Well, there's a difference. I think that's why she didn't say only in my garden. She actually just said in my garden. The difference is that she's in her garden right now
Yes.
by living with her.
Yeah, exactly.
But
not-
it's the point that Takumi brought in basically a measure of chains, or to reference another thing that happened this episode, handcuffs.
Yeah.
A little bit of bondage, and not the kinky kind.
No, and so that's like, yeah, it's natural that she would get concerned about that,
Right.
And because she's not necessarily the best at communicating, but also
Right.
because this whole thing is functioning on a double standard, where she doesn't
double
because
standard?
so the stuff that happened of where, like, Nana started to feel lonely, or sorry, Hachi started to feel lonely when Nana went to go stay with Ren for a while.
Okay.
Right? That's something that Nana is not thinking about with regards to Hachi, right? Because, you know, because why would she, right? But then she effectively does the reverse equivalent, because it's and now, you know, Hachi might be starting to go in some kind of different direction, or there's the possibility that she might, or whatever, and so now I'm going to get really defensive and try and basically make sure that doesn't happen, when, you know...
You're saying she's hypocritical because she's not letting Hachi do the same thing that she did earlier?
Right, and it's
The
not...
difference is that I think that this is not a situation where we've got clear parameters set in mind, I guess.
Sure, and it's
So
not something
it's-
where Nana is trying to, like, isolate Hachi so that Hachi only spends time with her or anything like that. But it's something where the desire that she has that is affecting her behavior in some pretty strong ways is not being communicated, as far as, like, hey, Hachi, I really like having you around. Like, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So,
Yeah, there's a lot that's uncommunicated, and Nobu being the one that is facilitating dramatic amounts of communication to the point of honesty. This episode, in some ways, was the communication episode because a lot of people said things that were just like, "Whoa, you're saying a lot. Like this is a lot here." So
both in the comedic sense with Junko and Kyosuke with,
Right.
with Shoji, and then the, damn, Nana. Okay.
okay.
All right.
And then also the final bit with Shinichi being one who's, you know, in his own setup here that is painful and hard to watch, but we also have him kind of relaying a decent bit of things to Nobuo. So,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I love how at the, like, we get the bit with the dad, right? Because Yasu said he'd take care of
Not
that.
the biological dad, apparently.
But not the biological dad, apparently, and we didn't know that until now, as far as I know.
I think we might have.
We might have.
We might have, but
Yeah.
I've
But like,
forgotten.
either way, I'm glad that we got reminded of it here if we had been told it before, because that helps give that additional context. And yet then the dad says the thing of the, no, I really tried with all my heart. That could be a total, I don't have enough good
We
faith
have
in the
no-
dad to actually,
we have no,
you know.
there's no basis in reality for that whatsoever.
Right.
We have nothing to go on. Those are just words.
Those are just words, and probably just to make him feel better, because everything that we've been seeing is the
he doesn't care.
he doesn't give a shit, right? And so I'm really glad that Yasu was there also, because then it's the okay,
Cool.
you know,
I understand the situation.
you know, he may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy, right? You know, Yasu's the dad of this band, and God damn it, now he knows exactly what the situation is with his son, and so okay, I feel like Shinichi is a lot more like safe, emotionally secure, whatever, while at the same time still having all this other crazy stuff.
He's
going
not safe
on.
at all. The scary thing is that, like,
Ah.
oh yeah, we're gonna just say he's 18. You know, just gonna do that.
Yep.
I'm just gonna lie. Yeah, that's great. It's not like he's been saying how old he is probably to all these women, you know, and that's a part of their whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh boy. But yeah, this episode was the communication episode. Lots of little things that were fun. I would say my favorite one was just Hachi realizing that element of the communication that, like, influenced her and kind of benefited her from just realizing how she's changing with regards to how she handles relationships.
Yes.
That little conversation after they had been in bed and her, like, thinking about what, you know, Nobu said, and then kind of the ways in which she's applied it.
right.
That's really fun.
The way that he does not adhere to what her usual like type would be, you know, like, and yet she's like, oh wait, no, this is great.
Like, I want to do this for him, even though this is what I used to just want for me.
Yeah, it's like,
I think what's fun is that, like, there's going to be times where you express love in different ways. You're going to express love in the ways in which you talk to the person, the way you you know, physically interact with them, the way that you do service, or the way that you talk about them with other people.
Sure.
You know, like the way in which they brought up the fact that Shoji was starting to not love Nana as much because he would go to them and just complain all the time.
right.
You know, she doesn't love me for who I am. She only loves me because I love her. La, 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 la. It's all stuff there, but basically the idea that Nana, or Hachi, sorry, is unlocking this new side of her love arsenal, if you will, to be like, I can now do this, and I want to do it. Whoa, that's
and
really
the fact
interesting.
That the thing that she previously would desire from her partner in those relationships is the thing that, like, her
she most wanted.
Right, she most wanted, but it's the thing that her partner also wants or responds well to. That's something where you've got, like,
Natural synergy.
You know, it's like you don't have to worry about the how does this person actually like to receive affection and you know, like, interpret affection.
Right.
Okay, let's try and match that.
You know what's
you don't
really
have to
fun
do
about
here.
that, though? That's
What?
an immediate problem they've set up then within this episode, is that
Which one?
Junko. Well, no. Listen to this one. This one's interesting. Junko and Kyosuke brought up the idea that one of the issues with Hachi is that she's very self-centered.
Yes.
general gist of it is that she's a little bit blasé to the way in which other people are feeling, but then when she does focus on the way other people are feeling,
She's
she gets
like laser focused on it.
Well, no, she gets so anxious and anxiety focused with it. She's not actually seeing things straight.
Okay.
So she ends up kind of self-sabotaging her own attempts at empathy a little bit.
All right.
Like she'll like
Yeah.
emphasize the intensity of it. But they also said that she seems to be talking to herself a lot when she talks to other people. Mm-hmm. This is something that I remember. I've seen this in the past in my own life.
Oh,
and
sure.
one of the things that this was evidence of, specifically, is that they have a desire to overcome something internally. They actually want to face something.
Ooh, okay. All right.
And this episode brought up the idea that she usually runs away from the problem. But what she's doing subconsciously is she's actually finding the problem that she has within herself in other people and then kind of talking to it by trying to like subconsciously come back around to herself. It's that self-centeredness basically saying, I only see in other people the things that I can see in myself.
Right, which on the one hand makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yes. Most people interpret things through their
That's definitely
own
the easiest
lens.
to see.
Yeah. Oh, right. But the idea that she's subconsciously trying to solve her own thing by going at it within other people's stuff too. And that's hold on.
Okay.
The problem with this is that Nobu is so similar to her that she might end up frustrated with his problems extra because they're her problems.
Yes. Nothing gets on your nerves like looking in a mirror.
Right.
You know, like, yeah.
So
So something that I'm curious about though, because
Yeah.
the things that you're saying, it's like, yes, it's really good stuff. And I feel like it both can be setting up the potential conflict for the future, like
Sure.
you're saying, while at the same time also reinforcing how awesome it is that, oh, hey, at that part when they were in bed together, she's thinking about him. She's doing all of these things.
Yes, it's all growth.
That's showing how much she's grown.
It's all growth,
whether or not
but-
it's fully fixed to the
Right.
deeper
We can
issues.
always look at the growth part. That's wonderful. I'm talking about the way the episode ended by saying, "Hey, am I facing the problem directly?" Now with the painting, I don't think that she's running away. I think that what she's doing is the in between, and that's where we want Hachi to be: is to look for the nuance, look for the silver, like the thing between the, am I following the evil demon lord, or am I, going the right way?
Yeah.
It's the no, it's or Hachi. It's never that simple. Look for the way in the middle there. But the fact that this episode set up the Takumi situation was kind of a runaway.
God, I love
She did
that-
actually kind of not break up with him, technically. On the technical standpoint there. She just said, don't call me ever again. That's a breakup, I would say, for anyone with a brain.
Yeah, that's.
But in the like, if we're gonna get liturgical here, if we're gonna get like letter of the law
like,
here,
we're done. Like, she didn't say like we're done.
No. She didn't say I'm breaking up with you.
What I love about that is that it's something where, like the previous stuff in the episode, it's also setting up how, hey, this is another point of drama and conflict for their relationship where everything's all lovey-dovey and, it's sunshine and rainbows and, cotton candy right now, right?
Yes.
While at the same time it being something where then we get to laugh at Takumi and be like, ha /am I the X, right? And everybody else is just like, wow, this guy.
he's
And he
so dumb,
throws a little tantrum off screen, breaking something glass or whatever, which, a little bit concerning, but also it's off screen and like it's, so, theoretically it's like, okay.
It's just saying he has a temper issue.
He has a temper issue, but that doesn't mean we have to deal with him.
Also, he's the leader, so most of the other people are not going to confront him on it. They're just like,
yeah, even Red is just like, oh boy.
not my issue.
Yeah, right. So
I'm just gonna smoke and chill
exactly.
here,
Like
yeah.
it's one of those things where that one in particular, I feel like is yes the setting up of the drama.
It's a little cathartic, yeah.
But it's also cathartic, and it's something where I want there to be more drama that comes from that because I also get the catharsis with it, and so it's just like just keep going.
Just keep going, yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing that I would say she's and this is where we could set up something that'd be really fun for Hachi's character development is that if Nobuo is being used not just by Nana but by Hachi here.
Okay.
And the idea that Kyosuke and Junko's conversation of they sussed out that there was a guy in between.
Right. They were able that hurt
there,
her.
There was some guy that hurt
Yeah.
her, and now she's jumping into Nobuo's arms because he was nice to her. That feels like Nana. I'm like, yes, that does feel like Nana. She has grown a little bit since then, like a decent bit. But the fact still remains that this is a kind of the situation where, oh, I kind of ran from the Takumi situation, maybe rather than addressing the reasons why I went to Takumi in the first place.
I'd say that's a definite possibility.
And then it's the, okay, now I can avoid it because Nobuo is basically the sole object of my focus and emotional energy. And
right, and
it's
the thing of if you're running, like, okay, running away from something versus just moving on from something.
Yeah.
Using somebody versus just being in a situation where that's what you need, right? Like, it's the difference between the two I feel like can be really small.
Well, that's where I think the difference is especially small. The other stuff, I think the difference is much clearer.
Sure. With the Takumi thing, I think that's more of a situation where Hachi decides that for herself in a lot of ways, and that's why I'm like, no, don't worry, you're just fine, because in thinking about it, she might then turn it into something where then she does run away from that, and and it gets all wonky. And then with the deal with Nobuo, I think it's something where you had a pretty shitty relationship, and so this is something where that you need, right?
Yeah.
That is something that is compatible to the you that you are right now, right? That might mean that it's not going to last because maybe as you grow and change and all that stuff, this really was a more short-lived need, and so then maybe you grow apart or something. But
I think the issue is that Nobuo is going to be jealous of the connection that the Nanas share.
Okay.
And he's going to self-sabotage. Hachi is going to fall a little bit into the trap of shoji a little bit.
Okay.
And not necessarily give him the initiative love when he starts to relinquish his niceness. She will only do it in response to his.
Okay.
And that's why I think they will self-sabotage.
Right, because it's easy to do it in response.
It's easy to do it in response. That's why I think that what they're setting up here is that if they want this relationship to go the long haul, in about 2 episodes, I'd say max, maybe 3, they'll have to have them sit down and be like, okay, I love you. I love you too. Oh my God. Okay, so let's make this work.
Right.
As long as they can do that. As long as they can do that.
Right. Now,
but they set up so many things.
So
where it'll all just implode within 5 episodes.
If they really want it to implode, they set up a very specific thing that would make it implode from multiple different directions.
Which is your focus then?
That Nana is going to specifically seduce
Hachi.
No. That would be, like, in some ways maybe more helpful.
What?
Nobu.
Why?
Because she's...
What? Why?
I don't know. But
no, that's out of pocket. Why?
Like,
what in this episode specifically made you think that?
Well, actually, no. Yeah, maybe no. Her seducing Hachi would actually that'd make a lot more sense.
I can vaguely see that, but I still don't even believe that.
Well, because
in the next 5 episodes,
we established because you mentioned that they established a reason for you thought that Nobu was going to be jealous of Hachi's relationship with Nana.
Both their relationships. Yeah,
sure.
Their friendship, their connection. Yeah.
But I thought it was being set up that Hachi was going to be jealous of Nana because she thinks that, oh, wait, hang on, with the amount of time that he was spending talking about her, he did have this previous thing, I've been cheated on before, and so maybe I see that when it isn't there.
They talked about that. That was literally what they just talked about. I think the point is that the only thing that Hachi is running away from, the only thing, is the emotional issues that led her to Takumi.
Okay.
But I give her major pass with that because she was starstruck, and it was a whole predator kind of. He was not predator, but he was a more aggressive kind of situation there.
And let's be real.
Hold on. Okay. She doesn't really have experience, I would say, standing up for herself in that regard.
Sure.
But Yeah.
And let's be real, that was a rebound because you just got cheated on and got out of a really bad relationship, so you weren't emotionally available, but you wanted intimacy.
No, I get
And
that.
that's-
She used Takumi.
Right,
Like,
right.
Yes,
And-
that's why
and-
I'm saying there's a very fine line between you are what I need and I'm using you, because you can have someone be what you need and also use them.
Yes, absolutely, right.
Those Venn diagrams are very
it's that
superimposed
wonky
over
like
each other.
internal state that sort of determines what it is.
Right, and that's why it's important to, in some ways, admit, like, hey, I used you in this case here.
Sure.
That's what Nana did, though. That's why I don't see it as wholly as bad as you.
Okay, all right.
She's actually saying in an honest way, because I think this is what most relationships need to become clean a lot more about, is hey, I need you in this area. What they're basically saying is that, hey,
Okay.
when this area thing comes up, I need to be able to use you.
Sure, yeah. It's
Because I need to basically be able to go pull the thing, and you are able
Right.
to help me here. I know that it won't work every single time, but for the majority of the time, I'm gonna need that. That's
Yeah.
my weak spot.
Hey,
it's
I'm
good to be
low,
honest
you know.
in that this is my
Yeah.
weak spot. Nana admitted Hachi is a weak spot for her, an area that
Sure,
she is not just
that is a good
emotionally
point.
vulnerable,
Uh-huh.
but one that she needs to have the emotional vulnerability covered up with Nana's
Yes.
freely dancing about in the garden, whatever. that
Okay,
means
yeah.
exactly.
Right.
So
All right.
as long as this communication can happen, no, I don't think we're gonna see some Nana seducing either.
Yeah,
of them.
no. The more that I thought about that, I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense.
But if anything, I could see her, manipulating things a little bit.
Yeah, right.
But that's different than just full-on seduction.
No, absolutely. Basically, what I see as being a potential outcome for this is that as a result of all the stuff that happened here, that was established here, we get something where everybody ends up losing, and that's where it becomes the ultimate implosion.
That's what.
And Nana is a part of that as well. It's not just
course,
Hachi
'cause
and
everybody's-
Nobu. No, right, but
in
like,
it.
well, I don't really see there
Except
as
Yasu, because he is shiny
Yeah,
and
like,
chrome, and his dome will be
Well,
unaffected by
right.
all.
There are the different relationships where there will be different losses, like Shinichi and stuff, right?
Just yada,
but
yada.
within the dynamic of Nana or Hachi and Nobu being in a relationship, I think Nana is the other like third person that will lose out here. And if it's something that then makes it so that then Nana and Hachi's relationship is damaged or something as a result of it, that would be the ultimate way to like have Nana feel that consequence, you know?
Okay.
But yeah.
But yeah, great episode setup for future conflicts. And y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.